It's also a fact, Mahua Moitra, that Gautam Adani has infrastructure and business interests across 22 states, including West Bengal. It is a fact that the red carpet has been rolled out to him in your home state of West Bengal. It is a fact that Mr. Gautam Adani also got benefits when Congress governments were there, particularly in Gujarat. It's a fact that most state governments need physical infrastructure and that capital that can only be provided by the private sector. It is a fact, therefore, that while you attribute it only to Mr. Modi, there will be others who will say Mr. Gautam Adani is simply someone who's been there at the right place at the right time.
Look, if he's won something by tender, and he's the highest bidder, and he's won it, nobody's saying anything to that. If there is an open tender and he's won it by highest bidder, are we saying anything about that? Not at all. Has he won Dhamra by tender? When I asked a question, when IOC can build a 5 MMTA terminal for 5,500 crores in Ennore, why were IOC and GAIL prevented from bidding from Dhamra? Why was Dhamra handed to Adani without a tender? When I wrote a question in Parliament, the answer came back to me that no, it was not granted by tender. It was granted by prolonged commercial negotiation. What does that mean? It means no tender. Had he won it by tender, we have no problem. He won the 6 airports by tender, he bid the highest, we have no problem. He bid the highest, he won the 6 airports. But then if you bid the highest, then why are you declaring force majeure? And you knew it was COVID time when the auction was happening. So the other people factored in the lower traffic and bid lower. You bid higher, you outbid everybody else, and then you say I am going to enforce force majeure and delay payments for 3 months. How does that work? How does that work? If he's got something free and fair, we have no problem. Please understand, we have nothing personal with Mr. Adani, Mr. Barsani, Mr. anybody. We have no problem. This is nothing personal. Please understand, this is nothing personal. I was an ex-investment banker. I have the greatest respect for anybody who's doing good business. But I cannot for the life of me sit here and back a situation where the government of India is handing away ports and infrastructure which requires security clearance to a company that is round-tripping and routinely having shell companies and Mauritius-based funds hold stock which should be in the free float. This is a basic corporate governance issue that any regulatory body of any country should look at.
I presume you are speaking here in your personal capacity as an MP, or are you speaking as a representative of the Trinamool Congress? Does the Trinamool Congress also want a JPC like the Congress?
One second, Rajdi. If I were a personal person, if I were Mahua Moitra walking my merry way on the street, I don't think you would ask me on your show. As far as my party is concerned, I am not here to talk about anything what the Congress does or doesn't want. The Trinamool stand has always been that we want a free and fair investigation into this. We want a Supreme Court monitored investigation into this. Yesterday, our party went and demonstrated outside LIC's headquarters. Today, we have demonstrated outside SBI's headquarters. Both Mr. Kalyan Banerjee, the chief whip of the party, in Parliament spoke about the issue, as well as I spoke about the issue. When we speak in Parliament, we are doing it on a party platform. So our party stand is very clear on this. We want to know why PSU undertakings, why the LIC, why the SEBI were involved in this company, why they put public money at stake when investigation was not completed. And we would like the truth to come out. We are not in favor of a JPC because my party does not believe in JPC.
You're saying you want
Supreme Court investigation.
Ma'am, you're saying you want the truth to come out. There will be those who will say at the moment, including the shell company charge that you made, are in the nature of allegations. They are yet to be proven.
There is nothing in the range
that until those charges are proven.
Rajdeep, that's not correct. Why are you peddling this story?
The government says, where's the criminality? You saw what they said yesterday.
One second.
You saw what they said yesterday. Please show us the documentary evidence.
Rajdeep, I have shown the documentary evidence. It is on Twitter. The minimum 6 funds, Elara, Elara, Cresta, I have named the funds. These funds, 99% of each fund's assets are only Adani stock. They own no other assets. Cresta owns nothing else except Adani stock. Cresta is Mauritius funded. For 11 years, it has not bought or sold the stock no matter what it went up or down. I'm asking a very valid question. We have put this out in the public domain that they all have the same shareholders. They have the same company address. They have the same. This is all in the public domain. Why are you buying into their lies that we need to provide documentation? We have provided documentation and still the SEBI is not moving.
How do you then interpret the Prime Minister's complete silence on the issue today? He just refused to engage with any of you on the issue.
This is a Prime Minister that has refused to engage with the press in 8 years on anything, and you all have accepted it. You, the media, hound us outside our houses. Today there was somebody outside my house in the morning at 8 o'clock. You hounded the previous Prime Minister till the end, right? You called him all sorts of names, and you guys have silently accepted the fact that this Prime Minister had not done one press conference before you would fight to go on the Prime Ministerial plane. Please tell me who goes on the Prime Ministerial plane nowadays? Nobody. And you all accept it. So, you know, this is a Prime Minister that has not spoken to the media openly without a teleprompter. Nobody's got an interview with him in the last 8 years. And you're sitting here and telling us that he doesn't accept our thing. He doesn't talk to anyone.
No.
He's Vishnu Guru.
He hasn't done a press conference. He's done a few interviews, never done a press conference. But in conclusion, Mahua Moitra, today the Parliamentary Affairs Minister Prahlad Joshi, Prahlad Joshi, Parliamentary Affairs Minister, wants an apology from you, saying you used unparliamentary language. What's your response to him?
Oh, really, he's going to be a long time waiting for that one, I can tell you, because before he asks me for an apology, he should ask his MP, the not so honorable MP from Delhi, who did nothing but jump up and down like a monkey yesterday, trying to heckle my speech, which all of you saw. So I think he should first ask his MP to apologize and to get his act in order before he comes around, because if he's waiting for my apology, he's got a long time waiting, I'll tell you that much.